Some of you will recall, in January of 1981, 13 black children were murdered in a fire when racists and fascists threw an incendiary device into a house at 439 New Cross Road. And there was a cover-up by the police. The black community responded with the Black People's Day of Action when nearly 20,000 people marched from New Cross to Hyde Park. And this represented a turning point in the struggles of black people in Britain. New Cross Massacre. First, the coming and the going in and out of the party, the dubbing and the rubbing and the rocking to the rhythm, the dancing and the skanking and the party really swinging, then the crash and the bang and the flame start to throng. The heat and the smoke and the people start to choke, the screaming and the crying and the dying in the fire. We didn't know so it could have happened, you know, anytime, anywhere. Far don't it happen to we and the Asians them already. But in spite of all that, everybody was still shocked when we get the cold facts about that brutal attack, when we find out about the fire over New Cross, about the innocent life them were lost, about the physically scared, the mentally marred, and them relatives who take it so hard. But wait, you know, remember how the whole of Black Britain did rock with grief, how the whole of Black Britain turned a melancholy blue, not the possible blue of the murderer's eyes, but like the smoke of gloom on that cold Sunday morning. But stop, you know, remember how the whole of Black Britain did rock with rage, how the whole of Black Britain turned a fiery red, not the callous red of the killer's eyes, but red with rage, like the flames of the fire. And nothing said. Oh, what this world is coming to. 13 dead and nothing said. Oh, what they gonna do.
In 1981, young blacks exploded from in every black community of this country and burned the place down with a ferocity of violence that I haven't seen before or since. So in the mangrove, they came on the demonstration. 20 years later, no demonstration now, masses of people burning down everywhere. And Brixton is only 2 miles from Parliament. They could have gotten there with a violence of a kind that they had to see.
This pub over here is called the Mingles Pub. Before the riots in 81, it was called the George, and it was burnt to the ground during the riots. It was picked out as a target because the landlord was a known racist. So this is the Mingles Pub here on Railton Road. It's completely rebuilt. Much more of the fighting, a lot of the fighting took place about 50 yards down the road. Here. There used to be a street that runs straight through to there. You understand? A street. Where all those metal things are. There used to be a street that goes right over there into that street over there. But the police decided to close this street off and to make this area into a square to stop people escaping. You know, because you could run there, you could go there, and so on. So in order to stop that happening, they blocked off the street and turned it into an open space. It's quite nice in the summer. People sit around and talk and so on. And as you can see, over there they have a nice painting. Here used to be houses. All along here was houses. As you can see now, it's a play center for children, you know. It's an adventure playground for children. They go there and they play, and there are people there looking after them and so on. But before 81, all along this side of the street was full of houses. And all these houses on this side have been rebuilt. All this here is new since 81.
I suppose there are some minor improvements or facilities that did come about after the riots in terms of really making any major difference to the area. I shouldn't imagine that the housing situation has gotten any better. If anything, it's probably gotten worse because the large council estates have deteriorated over the years, and so housing is depressed. Some people had taken Thatcherism on board and thought, yes, this is our country. Yes, we'll go and make money. And that's why if you talk to people around Brixton, you'll come up with very different opinions in terms of what's happened to the area, because for a few, there has been a change, and their lifestyles has changed, and for the people who were perhaps unemployed then and who perhaps are still unemployed now, the situation is the same or worse.
The struggle continues, you know, we're here. We're part of Britain. My children are I see my children as Europeans, black Europeans. They have a stake in the future of Europe, and we can't be Brixton nationalists. You know, our vision has to be much wider and broader than that. And Brixton is not Black Britain. Brixton is only a tiny, tiny little part of Black Britain. You know, there's Birmingham, there's Manchester, there's Liverpool, there's Leeds, there's Harlesden and so on and so forth, you know.